Hey, good evening, people. I'm going to go ahead and get this message out here. The devil is fighting me with this message, and the reason why he's fighting me so much this evening with this message, because it means so much. The message that God just released to me, it has something to do with my life, and it always has been a continuously struggle that I have dealt with in my life, and it's the power of your voice. The power of your voice. The Bible tells us that it's death and life in the power of the tongue. Now, just imagine you not being able to speak at all. So if you're not able to speak, I mean, that's just like death. That's like death. And let me tell you something that I've seen the enemy attack my voice as I was a child. As I was a kid, the enemy attacked my voice. Now, the only way the enemy should be attacking my voice or wanting to be attacking my voice or my words or my speech or the language thereof, the ability to speak, is that if I am speaking, it would do something to other souls. Now, he wouldn't be trying to target at my voice if my voice didn't have no power in it. No power to set free, no power to heal, no power to pour life. If I didn't have the power in my voice, then he would not be trying to attack my voice at all. It would be no purpose for it. But the fact of the matter is, my voice has been attacked since I was a child. I went through various things when I was a child, through just childhood struggles, childhood just issues from parents, siblings, and etc. And for even from classmates and different school experiences. My childhood was difficult. I had a difficult childhood, and I noticed that in my childhood, the experiences that I went through with people was very life altering. Was very life altering in a way that it demolished my self-confidence. Now, it's very hard to rebuild yourself when you have been damaged from a child, because that's where the seed and the root of all things starts. And that's the very beginning of your becomings. Now, as I look back over my life and my childhood, I see that the unsupported situations that I was in, and the situations where I didn't feel safe in, and the situations where I was being destroyed in, has manifested in other areas in my life. And it's almost as if it has been a curse on my life. Now, my voice was taken from me when I was a child at a very young age. And I used to have this dream, this repetitive dream that God would give me regarding my voice. Now, what I would always try to go, now the dream went as such. I would always try to go into my mom's room and try to warn her that the enemy was trying to attack her. And I was going into her room, and as I was going into her room and try to address the issue with her, my voice would immediately just cut off. And that's where it started. And God gave me that revelation maybe like a week ago. He was like, Lakana, the first time your voice was ever taken from you was when you was a child. And I went through various things like mental abuse, emotional abuse, and even physical abuse as a child. And also I went through bullying and just being teased by other children, any siblings. So I really was in a set up for a position to not love myself. Not love myself and how I was created by the Father. And it was so bad to the point where my voice faded. Not only did my voice fade, I was not even comfortable enough within my own identity. I was uncomfortable when I started my cycle. I was embarrassed of it. I was shameful of it. This is the damage that had took place when I was a child. I just now started to get comfortable with my period, my cycle. And it's sad to say, and I'm 33 years old, but it started that way. And as I started to grow in life and I was able to make my own decisions, I noticed that every other social structures that I went into, my voice will be taken. When it got involved with a church for about 3 to 4 years, voice was taken from me. Now I went in very strongly, but at the end, my voice was taken from me. Got involved with a job that I was there for about 5 years. Voice was taken. Again, another social construct where I went in very powerful with my voice, then slowly taken away. So God has been pointing out the matters of me losing my voice. And he's letting me know tonight that, Lakana, don't let no one take your voice from you. And this goes for everybody. And the thing about the matter is, it's so powerful about this idea of your voice, because your voice is speaking life. Your voice is speaking promises. Your voice is giving you a direction and a path. Your voice is allowing you to address matters in your life. Your voice is allowing you to dictate your life. So it's very important that you don't stop talking. You don't stop, sharing. Because your life is uniquely designed. And God chose you to be here in this hour because he needed your brain. He needed your soul. He needed your words and your output in this particular hour. So it's important that you do not lose your voice. By being weighed down by society and the messages that they push in your head constantly, by the majority. Let me tell you something. The broken is the most powerful and the most evolved. So if you're a broken child like I have been broken, but you have been redeemed, set apart, and favored by God, you need to hold on to the purpose of your life and walk in your new identity and be forever bold and courageous, and do not move in fear. And whatever you do not stop talking. Do not start speaking up. Do not stop taking those challenges. Do not stop doing the hard work. Pour it back into yourself, no matter who's there or to support you or not. It's so important that you don't be quiet. Don't shut up. Don't let the enemy put a muzzle over your mouth, because he's afraid of the damage that you're going to do to his plan in other people's lives. Let me tell you, your voice and your opinion matters. And somebody else might be going through the same thing that you're going through. And your unique way of expressing that may help them out. They may just need you to be the one to help them out of that pit that they're in. Hold on to your voice. Hold on to that. Love their voice. Love it. Love the matters of your life, because God loves you and he chose you to do something powerful in this time, in the kingdom. And he didn't make no mistake with choosing you. Choose yourself because God chose you. Support you because God supports you. And he ain't gonna let you fall. Let me tell you something. There was something that was just coming into my mind. It's been coming into my mind. And what it's about is I remember going through the journey of losing my voice for like the third or fourth time in my existence of my life. And let me tell you, it's a horrible feeling because you literally give up on yourself. You literally let yourself down. And then other people start to control your life matters. And you start to give your life over to the wants and the needs of others, and you just allow yourself to just kind of drift off in the background. And you're not almost, you're a prisoner within your own body. So during this process, as me losing my voices last time, I remember praying, God, give me my voice back. God, I want my voice, because I remember when I was able to speak, God, and when I would speak, God, those things would come out so good. And because of the gifts you've given me, I used to speak ahead of time, and I used to speak in time. And my words and the statements I used were so relevant, and it will be relevant in this time, in the time, in the future. So I need that back, Lord. And I pray for it. And I prayed for it. And do you know, God sent me to a conference called Her Voice. And that was so powerful for me. I mean, it was really designed for me. Now, I'm not the only woman who have went through a process of them losing their self, losing their voice, or losing a part of their self. And that's how good God is. God was like, Lakana, at this moment, this message was designed for you. Because it was. Because there's other women, including yourself, that needed to hear that message. And God gave the word because he knew that many would be able to be healed by that message. But at that particular moment, when I went to that Her Voice conference, it was solely for me. I mean, I was affected the most in the service. And I don't know if I'm pretty sure you guys have. You've been to like a ceremony, or not a ceremony, that's sad. Or probably a ceremony or a seminar or a meeting, even church services. And the message just hits you differently than anybody else. I mean, it hits you to the point where you're screaming and you shouting and you jumping out your seat. And it's like, yeah, it's like true revelation for you. That is for you. And I just love how God specializes things for us. And he lets us know, like, I love you like nobody else love you. And, I just want to encourage somebody who may be dealing with things within their self, and they are afraid to speak out because of the pain and the hurt of them just burying things that has been done to them by others, who feel like their ideas are not supported, who feels like their voice don't need to be heard because people seem to be agitated by when they speak. Let me tell you something. The enemy is going to always be agitated by when you speak. Especially when you're speaking on the benefit and the purpose of the kingdom of God, who he is purposely trying to imitate. Keep going. Don't stop talking. Don't start speaking up. Don't stop addressing the matters in your life that mean the most to you. Don't stop supporting yourself, no matter about who is on your side. Because let me tell you something. You got the best person on your side. You got the best person, presence, power on your side. And that's the God, Lord Almighty. Who else can be against you when God is for you? That's literally all you need. You guys, this is not the time to get silent. We have sat down on the sidelines way too long in our life. We have let people step on us way too much in our life. We have supported others way much more than we've supported ourselves in life. And God is saying, I want you to do something here in this season. God said, okay, they got what they got. They got established already. But God said, it's time for you to complete the mission that I set before you. It's time for you to start speaking on the matters that I put on your heart. It's time for you to start speaking from your soul. It's time for you to start facing everything head on. It's time for you to start messing up the algorithm. It's time for you to be the force to be reckoned with, because I choose you in this season. I have done the work in others. I want to support you. I want to grow you. I want to pour into you. I want my purpose to be fulfilled in you. You're a part of the body, Lakana. You're a part of the body, Chelsea. You're a part of the body, Jimmy. You're a part of the body, Jessica, Mark. You're a part of the body. And if you are not accomplished, and if you are not to the point where you're working in the body, then something fails. And if one organ of the body fails, the whole body will get to deteriorate. We need you to win. We need you to succeed in God. Let's not leave God out, because it's only by him that we win. God promotes. God put people in places, and God also takes away. So we need to boast in the Lord. Boast in the idea that God chose you, and be secure enough in that. You don't have to have self-confidence. Just have confidence in the God who sent you, and do the will of the Lord. Y'all keep moving forward in the destiny and the promises that God has set before you. I love y'all. Don't stop speaking. Don't stop moving. And do not stop taking action. Have a blessed night. It's Lakana. Till next time.